So we should be good on YouTube and Instagram. No. I'm just gonna double check.
All right. I'm looking on YouTube right now. Cool.
We good?
Good on YouTube.
All right. I gotta wait just 1 second for. There we go. Instagram, and then we should be live now.
Yep, just seeing it send through. Yep, just seeing it send through.
Cool. All right, bet. Fix my mic and shit too.
Cool.
Dang, I got the damn soundboard.
What you talking about?
What do you got your audio plugged into? Discord? Did you hear the soundboard?
No.
Oh, you might have it turned off. On there. Shit. Let me see. Facebook, we'll go to here. Let me switch my accounts. You can say stuff too. You can talk if you want.
Oh shit, I was just waiting.
Yeah, no, I'm just sharing our live stream.
All right. What's up, buddy? What's up, dude? To your kennel.
Bet.
Oh, it's looking all gray outside. Damn. Wonder if it's
Yeah,
gonna
what's the
rain.
weather supposed to be like?
I don't even know. I don't check it. I'll be surprised whenever I go outside. I'm not gonna lie.
Wild. Let me fix this belt. Around my cool.
Damn, today had a high of 101.
Yeah, it was hot yesterday too. I saw people were leaving the damn Rockies games because it was so damn hot.
Yeah, man.
Like, that's crazy.
Shit, it's been hot all week, dog. Like torture. You know me. I ain't got a car. I'm out here trucking it.
Yeah, what they say? July. It was the hottest July of record.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's gonna carry over. It's gonna be hot till like September.
You never know. Sometimes up here it starts snowing up in September.
Yeah, true.
Bipolar.
No, this is really right. All right, well, shit. Let's me just. Make sure we get everything out there. All right, but fuck, man. What time's the movie?
8:30.
That's late for an old geezer like me, boy.
Oh, geezer, man, you ain't even 30 yet.
Shit, 2 weeks.
Right around the corner from.
Yeah, you're gonna be hearing me, motherfucker, moaning and groaning.
Shit, you already be moaning and groaning. Ain't nothing new.
Hey, fuck
Hey,
Fuck yeah. When our son was diagnosed with celiac. Hey, shut up. I'm trying to see all that. Shut up. You filthy animal. Why is that the picture I popped up? I mean, yeah, we can just talk about whatever. They don't gotta wait or nothing.
which is still going right now, or are you still figuring shit out?
I mean, we're good to go whenever.
Oh shit, cool.
Yeah.
Whew.
So I really like this episode, man. Like Nightcrawler, bro. I've always fucked with Nightcrawler. Gambit's. I would say growing up, Gambit was my second favorite, and Nightcrawler was always my first.
Yeah,
Always liked Nightcrawler a lot.
I got a Nightcrawler Funko right up there, man. I don't know if you can see it in the frame, but it's
Nah,
my
you
guy
can't.
too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah. So it was good to get an
Nah,
episode for him.
I I enjoyed the episode for a Nightcrawler and Colossus standpoint, but I'm starting to get a little frustrated with the deviation from the main story just because of how limited the episodes are. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's a deviation though. I think it's foreshadowing what's going to happen. Like,
I'm,
I mean, they started X Corp in Genosha. You have these
yeah.
followers, the acolytes, followers of Magneto, who are just looking for mutants to have this sovereignty.
Mm-hmm.
That plays right into the plot. So now you have,
Yeah.
since their leader's killed and they're following the path that Magneto wouldn't have wanted them to follow, now Charles can kind of bring out the truth, start bringing mutants to Genosha, which I think they'll be under X Corp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's Colossus will bring them over too. I think that's what they're setting it up for.
Absolutely. No, I like the war of philosophies in this. You know what I mean? We pick up with the presidential debate or presidential campaign with what's his name, like Graydon, whatever Nightcrawler's
Yeah,
brother's name
Creed.
is. Creed, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, it seems like we have this reoccurring theme throughout this season of trying to redeem the villains and it not necessarily working out for them. You know what I mean? We've seen it with Apocalypse throughout the first couple of episodes, and they went back in time. You know what I mean? Tried to alter his path just for it to end up being the same. In this one, Creed got put on trial for being a bigot, using religion to weaponize against mutants. You know what I mean? And really get humanity to start to follow a certain kind of path.
Yeah.
And look at what happened at the end of the episode. You know what I mean? Like he ended up shooting what's his nuts in the back and getting stranded in the Arctic. You know?
Yeah. Exodus. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Kurt realized, like, I can't save you, bro. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what to do with you, brother, but
yeah,
I'll leave you out here. They'll find you eventually. But so yeah, I agree. And that's also a reason, I think why we're leading up to them being in Genosha, because they're outside of US jurisdiction. They're gonna separate themselves, because I think that Magneto or Charles is, kind of adopting some of Magneto's things. You know how they're both flip-flopping, how they both run opposite ends, and they kind of adopted some of each other's
you're seeing Martin become more like Malcolm.
exactly. And Malcolm become more
Yeah,
like Martin, you know, like that's
absolutely.
what happened in, you know, real life. So, um, yeah, I really think that's where we're headed. And it's, I mean, even bigger symbolism, especially like going on right now. I think
Hmm.
just the whole trial, um, outside of going to that point I was just speaking of now they're kind of creating a justice system with only mutants by having a
Yeah,
mutant trial. It's kind of leading
it's a
more to
biased jury.
that's no, but it's leading more to that civilization of them having their own these
Hmm.
laws and jurisdictions in place among themselves. So I'm saying that's one more aspect, but also just how it reflects today. Like you are deflecting a lot of this anger that you have towards two people who happen to be of a certain thing that did something to you and placing it
Yeah,
a bunch upon a whole race of people. So just
absolutely,
that weight of that symbolism that it reflects in today's society is crazy too.
absolutely. And I love that they really put on display how he was victimized by specifically his two parents, Mystique and Sabretooth, and how he really held that grudge and it sharpened his ideals to go against mutant Khan as a whole. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But in so he was fighting against a piece of himself.
yeah.
You know?
And I like the so I've just sit on YouTube and I've watched like all the X-Men, all of the animated series. And then
Yeah.
also watching a breakdown today reminded me that Graydon was last left in the animated series with Sabretooth. Like
Oh, was it?
they dropped him out of a plane and left him with Sabretooth because then they pointed it out because he didn't have the scar in the animated
Mm,
series. So that's
yeah.
another recent thing. Like he was just left with Sabretooth and now he has a scar. And
Yeah.
that's like, you know, the hate in his heart was very fresh too. Cause it's almost like, I feel like if you don't know that, it seems like, okay, yeah, your parents said this thing to you, get over it. But it's like, no, this is something that just happened to him. Like he just was
Yeah.
reminded that he wasn't enough and disciplined for it in a way. So,
Absolutely. See,
yeah,
I didn't. I always seen the original series in bits and pieces. I've never
yeah,
went through and actually watched the whole thing, so I didn't know that.
yeah. No, I watch it because they got it on YouTube. They have it on YouTube. It's just broken down into like then a playlist, but it's like 5 minutes of each episode. It was
Yeah,
tough. It was tough to get through, but yeah, I was watching it and it was dope. And I was like, these little things. That's also why I really like this series a lot because it's these little things that just you can pick up. Not that that's important because the way that they explain it too
hmm,
is a way, but I'm like, are they trying to get away from that or are they kind of building upon that? Do you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, because they didn't say
yeah,
specifically like this was from when you were a kid. He just said it's an example of like you weren't enough. So that could have
yeah.
been, you know what I mean? There's just these little like breadcrumbs and things like that that you can pick up from each. I really like that instead of them trying to like do a whole new shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: if you were a bystander during this trial, you know what I mean? You got somebody who's clearly trying to on the path of exterminating mutants. You know what I mean? Say you're in the mutant shoes. Which way would you lean as far as letting him walk or execution?
I mean, just like real life examples, I don't think anybody necessarily deserves to die for
Mm-hmm.
their ideals. I don't think that we get to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Absolutely.
Um, I don't think anybody does. But at the same
Yeah.
time, some consequences need to be had, some understanding needs to be had there. So, I mean, it's not like they were gonna kill him. So if there was a
Yeah.
different way, if maybe if Peter was the leader,
Mm-hmm.
or if Peter's judgment can also go towards sentencing, because it was either
Mm-hmm.
we kill him or we keep him alive. It wasn't like
Yeah.
okay, there's any rehabilitation in this. So I think that's where I would keep him alive, just because the backstory. I don't really think I think there people are blinded in hatred a lot. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Speaking to real life examples, like
Absolutely. Yeah.
so it's like I don't think that's our place, but
But think about the context though. They're fresh off of Geonosia. You know what I mean? Like they millions were massacred at
Yeah.
that point in time. You know what I mean? They're trying to protect their neck. I also wouldn't have executed them just for my personal opinion, you know what I mean? But like looking at the trauma that they recently had to endure, you see Colossus just lost his sister, which made no sense to me because she could have teleported away at any given time.
But
You
at
know,
the hands of
but
who? At the hands of
who
who?
did she die?
Who did
Uh
who? Yeah,
it
who was?
wasn't him specifically, no, but it was humans with a what's the word that I'm looking for? Radical ideals. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
actually, no, that wasn't even humans. That was what's his nuts? Dude
the
that made all the humans
the Sentinels.
sentinels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So it was. I mean, there's the guy who supposedly created the virus and shit like that. But
yeah,
to place that upon a whole race, I don't think that's where, because a lot of the X-Men is compassion. It's, we
absolutely.
don't want to treat you like this, so why do you treat us like this? Like, we know how it is to be treated poorly, and
Yeah,
we don't want to put that up. We just want to live in peace. We don't, we don't really care about killing you guys. And that's where I think, I mean, at that point, if I'm in the acolytes of Magneto, hell yeah, I'm killing them,
hmm,
because that's what I think that Magnus wanted. Because they're
yeah,
still under that they're under the impression, because they don't know that he went back in time and had this whole changing of his mind and believing like what he believed before he died. And
yeah.
trying to save Apocalypse and stuff like that. They don't know that. They still think, bro, hell no, dude. Like, he got stopped before he could fulfill this prophecy. I'm gonna fulfill his ideals.
We're gonna finish it off. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, if I was them, I'll probably kill him. But if I was me, I wouldn't personally do it. You
He
know what
said,
I'm
if I
saying?
was
Like,
in their shoes, he
because there's a
wasn't
lot
out of
that
here.
because what that's what I think, and I'm also like, I also know, like, at that point before Exodus dies, he can read my mind, because that's
Hmm.
how he, I think that's how he was called, Peter a heretic,
Mm,
because he's like, man, I can read your mind, bro. You're gonna say this dude's not guilty, you're dead. You're a traitor.
yeah,
You don't even gotta speak.
yeah,
I can't read your mind.
yeah.
So just being
But
around
then
him.
again,
Okay.
go ahead.
Now I was saying, like, even just being around him, you are pressured into having these thoughts,
Hmm.
like, constantly. Because if I don't, shit, he going and he can teleport. He can read my mind and teleport behind me, slip my bro. Nah, bro. I'm cool with just, hey man, let's kill him. You know what I mean?
And that's kind of, I think Colossus started to see how radical they were. You know what I mean? Because as soon as he started getting influenced by everything Nightcrawler was saying, Exodus was ready to get on that kind of time with him. He was like, "Cool, so you're a traitor? Cool."
Yeah. Yeah, he's talking her, but Peter said that he didn't convince him though. So do you think he would have said that he was guilty? Because I mean, he says it, like, he literally says, "No, you didn't convince me. What, you would have convinced Ileana."
When they got back to the expansion, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, so that's what's weird to me. Was he lying to? Was he still holding on to that hate? So was he lying to Nightcrawler? Because there's that contradiction there.
Mm, yeah. Oh, I
Exodus
didn't
saw
even think about that.
something. So
I didn't even think
is
about
there
that.
going to be
Yeah.
some sort of conflict within that, with him coming back to the X-Men house but still holding on to these ideas, because he's still such in that grief of his sister, and then like Charles helps him out of it because he's also
Hmm.
grieving Magnus. You know what I'm saying? There could be a little moment there. But that's what
Yeah.
I was like, is what does that contradiction mean? Is he going to bring friction into the house? Because now he's coming back. He knows what the X-Men stand for, but he even said, like,
Hmm.
yeah, bro, like, I think he was lying to mainly himself, but it came out to Kurt because Kurt asked the question.
Yeah.
But I think he was just lying to himself, like, in his thoughts and his mind, he was gonna say not guilty, but he's still stuck on those ideals and that grief that he's like, no, you wouldn't have, because we'll never know for sure.
Hmm.
So
Well,
yeah,
and like when you're stuck in that grief, it's hard to move past it. Even though like his mind was being swayed just a little bit, like to be able to verbalize that after you already set yourself on a certain path. You know what I mean? Like he probably would have still said no. He wasn't convinced, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you're hell bent on hating everyone.
Hmm. And that's what Lost does to people.
Yeah. I'm trying to fix your video, but it's fine. It's just like not centered and it's annoying me.
Mm.
And I move mine over one little bit. It's too far. Whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm starting to. Every episode has been phenomenal as far as X-Men 97 season 2 goes, but I'm starting to get a
Yeah.
little frustrated just because I feel like we're running out of time. You know what
I
I
know.
mean? We only got like what, 2 episodes left?
Yeah, but I also was thinking, I'm like, what if they make them any? What if they make them two parters? They used to do two parters, and that would that count? Am I is that wishful thinking? Like
I
they do
mean, like
a
I would
episode.
like to have it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just so I can get a couple but more episodes in. But at the same time, I don't see him doing it. I don't see him doing it. I think this should have been something. I would have been fine if they did this series as like 15 episodes. That way it can breathe a little bit. You know what I mean? We can explore this apocalypse plot because, and we didn't even touch on the end. You know what I mean? They ended up, you see Cable
that's
getting
what.
to Athens after Gambit got resurrected, and you see the corpse of Apocalypse.
Yeah, that
What we gonna do now? What we?
exactly because that's a husk.
Yeah,
Um,
did Gambit become the new host of Apocalypse?
that's yeah. I don't know. I don't know because another theory is like he was so powerful after he was revived that he took out Apocalypse, but we know that
Yeah.
Apocalypse isn't immortal. He has to like refresh, with the
Well, and
new.
even if that's the case, you know what I mean, to do that off screen, I feel like it's just not as fulfilling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially considering the first what 4 episodes were all about Apocalypse. Like,
Yeah, and now you've thrown every single thing about Apocalypse at the end of each episode.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
20 seconds of time. And I'm like, I don't mind, right?
I mind.
If we didn't spend all that time on Apocalypse,
Hmm.
I wouldn't mind, but since we did, I'm like, okay, well, what's the natural like we're just thinking of the natural order of like a TV show or anything. So that's why like we know the
Yeah,
limitations of the episodes.
yeah.
How do you now I mean, unless the mutants come back from the acolytes join them next episode, I don't even really know. They start to
I
form
can't see a way that this isn't rushed towards the end.
exactly like because
You
you're
know
gonna
what
have
I
to do
mean?
like
Like it
four
feels like
things
it's
per
not breathing.
episode. Yeah, you're gonna have to do like four
Yeah.
things per episode and probably close out a few plot lines next
Hmm.
episode and then the rest of them the next episode or leave them open. Is season 3 confirmed? Like,
No, it's not. And you know they got fired the showrunner, Bo DeMaio, whatever his name was. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
So what are we looking at here? Are we just gonna go straight to movies now? Does this show have anything to do with the movies? Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I feel like I'm kind of frustrated because I feel like this is the typical X-Men treatment.
Think
Um,
so?
yeah, I think that X-Men doesn't really get much love, really. Like
Yeah.
after Fox had their whole go with it and shit like that, but the true stories of X-Men always get rushed. Like,
Yeah. You see that with the movies for sure.
and they try to throw in way too many characters and then they have way too
Yeah.
many stories. You know what I mean? Like they're always trying to fit so much into a small window when everything else
Yeah.
gets all this other play. Like why would like I know I hate on She-Hulk a lot, but like that make a you know what I mean? Give that play to X-Men or something else. Like that's
Yeah.
that's the big 3. I mean, X-Men, Hulk, Spider-Man. I saw something today about before Avengers came out. For years that was the Marvel big 3. And
Oh,
I
absolutely.
agree with that. Like
100%. Yeah.
so it's crazy like how they don't get any play to me. And their stories are so intricate. I mean, I don't know. It frustrates me.
Yeah. I don't know either, but I am starting to get a little frustrated and uncomfortable with the direction that the series is heading in. They're
Yeah.
gonna have to tie in so many plot lines next episode. And the last episode, that's how they did it too. You know what I mean? You've seen everything with Polaris. You've seen everything with the Danger Room. You know what I mean? And then trying to squeeze in everything with Charles as well. They were balancing a lot. And then they were talking about they keep hinting towards the Annihilus situation, not Annihilus, what's his name? The fusion of Charles and Magneto.
Onslaught.
Yes, they keep hinting towards the onslaught stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and these are big concepts that they're playing with. I just hope we at least get extended episodes instead of these 30 minutes.
That's what
That way we can
I was gonna say that too.
breathe.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Like, or maybe they're an hour long episodes,
Mhm.
45
That
minutes.
I'd be fine with.
Yeah,
You give me an episode that's the duration of a film. All right, we can talk about it.
because
Cool.
they're gonna have to. Because I feel like now the acolytes are gonna come and not join the X-Men, but they're gonna try to be under X Corp in Genosha. People are gonna move to Genosha, and at the end of the episode, like we're gonna have hinting at stuff, and at the end of the episode, I feel like Polaris and Charles have to either shut the fuck up or be like on a strong course to being onslaught at that point.
Yeah.
Like you're damn near like one more talk away from like or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they would do it. Maybe
From the end of the
Cerebro.
world. From
Maybe
the end
you
of
know
the
what I mean?
world.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
Cerebro's in there or something like that to where like
Yeah.
it's failing, and then they get close to it like at the end of the episode. So then we know next episode. But where does Apocalypse come like
Well, and then we got the governmental plot with X Force and everything. You know what I mean? Or X Factor, not X Force.
I don't think I think the only besides little shit that they're gonna have in there, like Charles and what's her nuts Valerie communicating. I
Mm-hmm.
think X Force will only be involved with Charles needing help, or like she sends uh X Factor, or yeah.
Factor. Yeah.
Yeah, because that is that what you were thinking? Is that what you're talking about, or are you talking about X Force with
Yeah.
Cable?
No, I'm talking about X Factor,
X
the
Factor.
government agency with
Yeah,
Valerie and whatnot.
yeah.
The
So
one that balances mutant human relations.
yeah, so they've had that thing. I bet you she sends X Factor to them
Mm-hmm.
and helps them, or X Factor goes and helps Polaris because that's their old teammate, and you
Yeah.
know, so that's I feel like that's the only reason that we would have. There obviously be tension, like her being like, Charles, don't do this, blah, blah, blah. Or like we can't help you because we're not involved and you're outside of our jurisdiction and something like that. I don't feel like there'll be a strong plot point anymore.
Nah, see, and for me, that's kind of lame because I was kind of looking for more clashes between the X Men and X Factor. You know what I mean? Or at least having seen X Factor be have a little bit more of a role in this acolytes of Magneto situation. You know what I mean? Just because it is opposite ideals entirely. Like, I don't want to see this series build up a ton of things just to lightly drop them. You know?
But that also displays, like, I agree with you, but you have to have that to display that even though you guys are mutant and human relations, you don't have the information that we have. You're not the X-Men. You have not
Mm-hmm.
dealt with threats like this. You have no idea where to go to look for these people. We're already on the way. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? The X Factor doesn't even have a chance because they're like, we're looking into where they took him, and Charles is like, all right, cool. Like, you don't
I'll give
want to
you the
go.
recap tomorrow. I'll get
Yeah, he's like, you don't want to go where they're going. Trust me, bro. Like, y'all
Yeah.
not ready for this. So I think that's a good to show the just that distinction between them. Like, yeah, y'all playing like y'all know what's going on, but we this mutant shit, we really do this mutant shit, bro. Like, good, bad,
Yeah.
whatever. So that's why I
Yeah.
kind of think they kind of dumbed them down there to where like y'all don't have y'all, you know, kind of dismiss them in that way to what they should be. I think like
Okay.
y'all playing. Like, I mean, you guys are helping with those human relations and stuff, and there's a whole another story with the vibranium, and I like that we were shown that, but y'all ain't the
Mhm.
X-Men, bro. Like, we fighting Apocalypse, bro. Like, y'all niggas can't even y'all don't even know what's going on, bro. You don't even know where to look.
Yeah. Nah, I want this to bubble. I want this to fester. I think it'd be super cool if we do get the radical mutants, the level-headed mutants, and then the humans, of course. You know what I mean? I'd be fine to see the three-way conflict, the war of ideology. You know what I mean? Because especially if they end up having everybody unite under the umbrella of having to take on Apocalypse, or now not Apocalypse, but potentially Gambit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right. Yeah. I can agree with that. That's definitely a good storyline, but I think with X-Men, you just have to stick with um humans versus, or like either the big story, or you don't really want to do mutants versus mutants, I feel like. Cuz that's not the general, like if you're trying to get the general idea across to X-Men fans and maybe a little bit outside of that circle. You're either going to go with like big villain like Apocalypse, kind of have to stick with that, or you're going to go with humans versus mutants. So you'd have like a mutant team up, even though they're fighting at first or whatever. At least
Yeah.
I personally think that. I think that's where the conflict like that is what stays in the comics, or maybe just a side. They don't do much side shit with X-Men, but that's the type of content that I feel like would be in that.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I'm anxiously excited.
Yeah. And I from the perspective of the X-Men, there ain't really much conflict with nobody else. The acolytes, we just sent not even our best people. Cyclops and Jean at a bar drinking. We sent our B
Yeah.
team to go fuck y'all up quickly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's really no conflict, but like what's gonna X Factor tries to fuck with the X-Men. All right. Like you know what I
Get
mean? Like
washed up real quick.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I also don't think the power scale is fair there. Like we had to send
Yeah,
B
that's fair.
team to fight these mutants who are supposed to be like high powered,
Yeah.
you know. And then X Force is on our side, so
Yeah. No, I'm just looking for a little bit less grounded stories, I think. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I'm looking for the big conflict that they built up. You know, like especially I really hope they don't fumble this Apocalypse plot, man. I really, really hope they don't fumble this Apocalypse plot. Because that's what's had me invested this entire time.
yeah. I don't know how they could, honestly, unless they're because they can't beat Apocalypse, but are they setting? Because don't we still? Am I tweaking? Do we still have people in the future? Am I tweaking?
Nah, I think they're back.
Okay, that's what I'm like. Do
I
we
think they're
still?
back.
Okay, because I'm like, how do we set this up for even a cliffhanger? I'm like, I don't even know where you go with this necessarily to make it a good cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Could you just? I mean, you can do anything as a cliffhanger and just be like, oh, we're done. But how do you make it a good
And I'll
one
be
to?
pissed. I'll be pissed if they just throw something out there for a finished product to, you know what I mean?
No, me
I'll
too.
be pissed.
Yeah, especially when you use Gambit like a character like that. You didn't need to do that. You know, like we could have went some other direction
Yeah.
with it, or
Well, and
maybe
if the
there's
climax is going to be Gambit going against the X-Men, I don't think I necessarily care to see that either as the final shindig.
yeah. I
But
don't.
I'm just being picky at this point. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just being picky.
I don't either. But what else would you do? You've hinted at it for 3 episodes. You
Yeah. Well,
can't
I
you
mean, like,
can't beat Apocalypse. We know that. Like
well, it looks
you
like
can,
Apocalypse was already beat off camera.
yeah, but you can beat him. But he's not. You can't kill him. So what do you do with that? You just kind of have to beat him in Gambit
Contain
and
him.
then move on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Next episode is going to be coming out tomorrow night. So we aren't going to have to wait too long.
Well, Wednesday night, yeah, but or Wednesday,
Morning.
yeah.
I'll be up. I don't be
Yeah,
sleeping.
that's what I was gonna say.
I know
You
I'll
trying
be
to
up
watch?
for sure.
Yeah. No, we'll see. It's gonna be hopefully good, man. Yeah, it's just with that episode. Maybe they Maybe they have an extra episode. Maybe they're extra
Maybe they
long.
lie. Maybe they've been a little deceitful. I hope.
Or maybe
I
they
hope. I'll
took
be down for
maybe
that.
somebody was like, "Yo, hey, we kind of there's no way we can do this in this many episodes."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
we'll see how it plays out. For right now, though, I think we got to look forward to Spider-Man: Brand New Day. That's gonna be the. I don't. There's no way this can disappoint, in
Yeah,
my opinion.
I've heard only good things, so should be pretty fire. But yeah, you can go ahead and hop off here. What are you trying to do?
Um, 6:32. We got 2 hours before we end up going to the movies. You want to meet up beforehand, or you want to meet up close to?
I don't know, boy. I'm like tired, boss.
You tired?
Not really. I'm just like bored. So like I will be in 2 hours.
I mean, shit, we can go get a drink beforehand if you want to come down here. Park the car by my crib. We can walk down, but I know you ain't trying to walk that far to the pavilion.
Hell no, I ain't. Fuck. Uh, Damn, I am a C. Smelter stream chat. I'm missing nothing.
Ball's in your court. I'll do whatever. But if you want to meet up right before, we can meet up around like 8:20 right at the pavilions. I'm fine with that. We can fucking pick up a joint, smoke a little bit, or hit a bar. You can get a little drinky poo before
Nigga said
start
drinky
seeing some
poo.
shit hawks.
Drinky poo is crazy.
Well, you don't like Trailer Park Boys?
A little
Talk
drinky
about
poo.
Randy.
Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah, your ass look like cheeseburger, Randy. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta get dressed and shit, and then I'll give you a call.
No, get dressed and shit, nigga. Then you just shower.
Yeah, but I got on sweats and fucking bullshit.
You just going to the movies.
I know. I could still put on some pants or something like that shit.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Or some shorts. It's
Nah,
hot as hell outside.
I'll probably make my way to a bar here in like an hour or something like that because I'm gonna want to get a drink before I do.
Yeah, I might be asleep, so
Might be sleep, nigga. You gonna watch the movie or not? You
I want to.
We can go. We can go right now too. Shit.
What time is the next one?
I see.
No, we can wait. We can wait.
Give me a second.
No, we can wait till 8:30. That's fine. I got some shit I need to do anyway.
Yeah, no, we can't see it right now anyway. 8:30 is the next.
Yeah. What the first one was at 6 or something? 6:10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll hit you up in like an hour or so. See where you're at.
Okay, you better not take your ass to bed.
I won't, man. I won't.
You lying?
No, I'm
You
not.
lying?
I'm not. I'll be down there. I'll call you in a bit. In like 30 minutes. I'll call you in like 30 minutes. All right. Peace.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my ass over here to a bar. Get me a little, do my theory.
I'm trying to spend on bread.
I only go where I drink for free.
That's fair. All right. Well, yeah, I'll hit you up like half an hour or something.